Hey, everybody. It is Sunday night, and we are here with a crazy topic for you guys. And I don't where did you go?
I was waiting for you to be like, and my co-host today.
Oh, and my co host today, Shawn.
I forgot where the button was. Sorry. Hel- hel- Hello, my little ducklings. How are you today?
Oh, look who it is. You kind of matched the blue horse.
There we go. It's like we've never done this ever before in our life.
I know.
Yeah. Hello, my little ducklings. Welcome to Mom Mayhem Mystery. I'm Shawn, and my co-host is Gina. This is her first time streaming, so do be gentle. And yes, I am dressed in a blue Yeti because we will be talking about Blucifer, the crazy blue fucking demon horse with the neon red eyes. You know, there's a real legitimate reason, but when you hear it, you go, "Huh, that sounds like bullshit."
There's
And
a whole lot of bullshit in the Denver airport.
yeah, and we'll talk about that because I needed to spruce myself up. I needed to go through all the things again, and reading all the bits. I was like, huh, that's a whole lot of bullshit. And only now, in this moment, as I'm speaking to you, I am remembering how hot this Yeti is. Holy smokes! But
And I'm sitting here freezing tonight.
that's a tale of another time. Gina, how are you?
I am doing very well, thank you. How are you? How is time change going for you with four
I,
little ones there?
I'm you know what? Shtick. I can't do the shtick. Oh my god. Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's hot in that Yeti. Um, you know what? I'm delirious. That's the problem. I'm delirious. Soon, this I'm gonna be drunk and delirious. And
There you go.
because had my show last night, Saturday Night Off the Rails with the great and powerful Handy and so that went what Christopher, that went what 2 hours 45 minutes or something like that, a little bit long because we started to get into some topics and I didn't want to stop them on a roll, but then the after show conversation went on and it went on and it went on and it went on, and I loved every minute of it. And I wanted it to
Did you
keep
learn some
going
fun
on.
facts?
I want it to go on forever, except the clock did this weird thing where it was like, you thought 3 o'clock now. And I was like, oh my God. And to which my kids, they don't know anything. So they woke up and actually opened their doors. I forgot to lock their doors. And they woke up and they went downstairs and they're like, we're gonna have a riot downstairs since there's no parental supervision. And I knew I couldn't wrangle them back upstairs for me to go back to sleep for an hour. So I was just like, fuck it. Today's gonna I'm embracing the suck. It's gonna be a shit day, and it was a little rough. So I'm a little delirious with the time change. I hate this time change. Whoever's idea this was, I hope they're burning in the deepest fucking ring of hell. But other than that, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. See, my kids are older, so it doesn't really affect them much.
What do I
Although at
have on
bedtime it
under
may
the
be an
Yeti,
issue.
Christopher? Or Jason, I got nothing under this Yeti. I mean, I need to cover my modesty, but got nothing under this Yeti. It's still hot. Anyways,
See,
listened
Leah
on
was
the
gonna
chair.
get up and yeah, she was gonna go make dinner, but I don't think she's gonna be able to stand up. She might just slip.
I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I'm already ruining the stream. Everyone wants to know about the Denver airport, and I'm telling you about fucking time change. So, I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. So we're just gonna jump right in. So, nope. Here we go. Denver airport conspiracy theories. And there are lots and lots and lots of them. I'm only going to scratch the surface because it is pretty crazy in there. So airport conspiracy theories. These are the 10 most popular conspiracy theories that I found. So there are underground bunkers supposedly for the elites, a New World headquarters, an Illuminati control center tied to the NWO, surprise, surprise, a swastika shaped like runway from above. The runway layout allegedly resembles a SWAT sticker. There are a ton of apocalyptic murals. We have Blucifer's curse, the 32-foot blue Mustang with glowing red eyes, which only glow at night. Are there a alien or lizard people presence in these tunnels? We have some flat Earth map clues, tunnels to possibly military bases. And could it be a biological warfare hub? What do you think, Shawn?
I think it's just too weird. You know what? If it was all right, take any of them separately. And you can go, all right, so the swastika, aka the SWAT sticker. Ah, as because Chris was like, SWAT sticker? Yeah, she's from Boston, okay? She speaks two languages. English and bad English.
Bostonian.
And bad English is her first language. So, point is, swastika shaped runways, right? If you took just that, then you could probably go, well, it's actually not a swastika. It's more like a pinwheel. And they did that because that's the best way to have planes take off and land without women parking them upside down. Okay, sure. Maybe, you know what? Because that's the only thing, I'll buy that. Or if you take the giant fucking devil horse. All right, maybe that's just cool. And you buy the guy's story who created it. Okay. Sure. Because it's the only weird thing. But you don't have just the one thing. Or if it's just one creepy mural, maybe it was just a kid who was commissioned to do it for a couple $100, and that day his acid hit was a little bit stronger. If it's just one of these things, then you could be like, all right, suspension of disbelief, I can believe it. But you got all of them. And there's even photos, a little blurry, but they're like, oh yeah, those are like lizard people in the airport, or the alien language that's on the walls that I guess
It's
the airport
weird.
is sort of running with. And then you have the murals that are like really, really, like really creepy, and it's just you can't put them like all together and then just sort of just dismiss it as, oh yeah, it's just something fun we did. No, it's too much.
Too much.
It's too much. You know what I mean?
Do you know who this guy is right next to you?
Well, if I put my hat back on, it looks like me. No, is a gargoyle of some sort. Looks like a gargoyle.
That's Greg. Do you know who Greg is?
My college friend. No, I have no idea who Greg is.
Oh, okay. We're gonna find out who Greg is. Hold on.
Greg, he looks all right though.
Hey, I'll give you $100 if you come sit here in my place and let me take your flight out of here. Hey, excuse me. Can I borrow a phone? Mine's been stuck in airplane mode for about 6,000 years. Could you set up a Tinder account for me? Sitting here gets pretty lonely. My knees are killing me. Sitting like this for thousands of years will do that to you. Hey, you with the black luggage. No, not you. You. Looking good. Hey, Frank. Frank, is that you? Oh, I'm sorry. I mistook you for another gargoyle.
I mean, if we're honest, that is so stupid, so idiotic that might just be something that I came up with.
Oh, that's Greg. Greg just
It's
sits there. There are two, actually, gargoyle statues. This is just one of them.
Hello, Cinnabon. I'm glad you're here.
But he's weird.
It's
Denny K.
it's a Halloween toy. You can get that at Canadian Tire. I mean,
Yeah.
for you guys don't know what Canadian Tire is, but you can get that at Home Depot.
Oh, I love Home Depot.
I don't doubt that for a minute.
Yeah.
You are so Boston. Yeah, it's just like yeah, okay. I mean, is that them? Is that them? I don't know, being silly, trying to play, a joke, trying to like get into the into the I don't know, the shtick of it. They're like, hey, listen, we own and operate, we run this evil facility. We may as well have a couple laughs while we do it.
Well, that's what I mean. Is this just like so in your face that it is 100% just like this really cannot be true because there's so many things? Or is this like, hey, how stupid are people? We're just going to really tell them everything and we're just going to see where they take it.
You know what? As an aside, because you don't have me on your show without, going off the rails, but it's rail adjacent. I somehow I found myself scrolling fucking videos on Twitter, and there was one about Buzz Aldrin, and like all the times, or many of the times that Buzz Aldrin was just like, I don't know, like he almost seemed sad or like racked with guilt, or I don't know, like something was eating at him, where he just sort of like nonchalantly, matter of fact said, "Oh yeah, we haven't been to the moon," like, and I was just
Yeah.
like, oh, like that would be funny. You go to the moon and then you sort of play into it. Ha, we were never there, but no, actually we were, and it sucked. That kind of thing. But
Mhm.
this wasn't that. It was so just matter of fact, kind of like in your face. And then people were like, I don't know what to do with this. You obviously went to the moon. Like, was this a joke? Like, and a little girl asked him,
Yeah.
like a little girl, like 8-year-old girl or whatever, was like, hey, if you went that one time, why'd we stop going? And he's like, you know what? That's not a question an 8-year-old girl asks. He's like,
No.
that's a question. He's like, that's a question I ask because we were never there in the first place. And I was like, holy shit, you're gonna kill this little girl with your truth bombs.
You just destroyed all her dreams.
Yeah, and then so I
It's wild.
I wondered if to get back on the rails, if this is sort of like that.
It could be 100%.
Like it's just they're basically, they're just telling you, because maybe it's pride, maybe it's arrogance, maybe it's I don't know, some narcissistic bullshit that they do. Leftists often do it. They sort of tell you their evil plan. I mean, it's a trope, right? The bad guys are monologuing, and they tell you the evil plan. Maybe this is just them. Here's our evil plan. Look what we've done. There's lizards down here, don't you know? Like, maybe that's that.
Don't you know?
How dare you?
Don't you know, eh? Now, let's talk about them creepy clues sprinkled across the airport like breadcrumbs for the paranoid. Beyond the blue Mustang, aka Blucifer, there's Leo Dimguma's mural. I probably 100% butchered that. Children of the world, a dream of peace, and in peace, harmony with nature. Then there's also a dedication stone from March 19th, 1994 with Freemason symbol and the New World Airport Commission name, which is set actually to open in March 19th, 2094, which if you add up those days, it equivalents to 33. Hi. Can I? Oh, okay. The Stones time capsule set to open, here we go, in 2094 adds fuel. What is in there? Officially, it's mundane stuff. So they're saying that it's coins, a baseball, Mayor Webb sneakers, but good luck convincing the skeptics. Then this is one of the like murals on the wall for the constructions. Apologies for the noise. It takes really big drills to get to the underworld. What is that? With an alien? I mean, with a damn lizard?
That's a lizard person.
In construction gear. So many people believe that the airport has hidden classified facilities used for government projects and even extraterrestrial research.
See, okay, so that has to be them just being cheeky, right?
Thank you, Chris, for gifting one subscription. And Shawn, you were the lucky recipient.
I sure am. As a thank you, she'll be on my breasts.
Wait, where's Leah? You have to make sure she's here.
No, she'll be fine.
So, secret underground bases. I 100% believe in that. There are cities, underground cities, complete throughout this whole United States, and they don't hide those. We know they're there. It's quite interesting. Here we go, the airport design. So, many believe that the airport incorporates hidden messages and symbols within their design to convey a deeper meaning or correlation to various conspiracies. So, if you look here, it looks like the SWAT sticker, the way the layout works.
Why do you keep saying SWAT sticker? Are you doing that for
Because
the
I can't.
purposes of YouTube? Or is it because you're doing it for the purpose of
No,
Boston?
that's just how I've always said it.
All right. Oh, or is it a pinwheel?
You can read that. It does kind of look like a pinwheel.
Listen, if I could read.
But that symbol, which, you know, is a whole nother show, that symbol particularly used is in almost every religion and country as a symbolic symbolism. And it wasn't considered offensive until after the Holocaust.
I noticed you had this symbol in your opening, in your intro.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I don't know. Your weird obsession with Nazis or something. I don't know. Let me make this bigger so I do you. What have I done here? Or is that you? Yeah, that is a little swastika-ish, isn't it? Airport design secrets, uncovering the hidden symbols and messages in airport architecture and layout and designs. Many believe that airports incorporate hidden messages and symbolism or symbols within their designs to convey deeper meanings or connections to various conspiracies. I guess that wouldn't really make them a conspiracy, would it? It would just be
No.
fact. But this topic invites exploration and critical thinking. Um, is that the is the square below? Is that the airport map? Is that the map?
That's the airport. Yes.
Like
so the top one is the aerial view, and then that is the supposed blueprints of the airport.
Interesting.
Stay curious.
Wait,
I'm
why-
kind of
why is
digging
Leah-
that could be like my catchphrase.
Maybe. Why is Leah saying, ooh, say layout again? And then Chris
Layout?
is saying, yeah.
Who-
And then
who's
Chris is saying,
saying
ooh, that
layout?
does look like a SWAT sticker. I don't know. Leah's saying, ooh, say layout
With a
again.
SWAT.
Who's laying out? Like, I don't.
Layout? Oh, so it must be you because there's 2 O's.
Instead of the 3 A's when. That's funny.
A's, no R's, no T's. It's me. If it's
Yeah.
O's, it's you. Layout? Because Shawn said it like a Canadian. It was all about you that time.
That's false. That's false.
What's in your cup tonight? Dr. Pepper and SoCo?
No, because that was fucking disgusting. Which is fine. It was disgusting. It's actually dangerously delicious. It is Weiser's vanilla whiskey. And a little bit of soda pop.
Soda pop.
Soda pop.
Soda pop.
Yeah, I don't even know what to call it now. This Coca-Cola? I don't know. Maybe I used to call it pop, but then I think my wife had decided to call it soda now. I'm confused. I don't know what's natural to me. Everyone calls it a different thing, and poor me's in the middle. You know, poor me, a person who has no
We call it
accent of
soda.
any kind. I speak normally, and everybody else is weird. But besides the point.
So we call it soda here. Soda.
Really?
Soda.
Okay. Yeah, I think my wife is
Soda.
called soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can hear me. She
That's
just
what
said
it
soda
is.
pop.
Soda. And if you're from
Oh.
the South, I think they call it pop.
She's right there. You call it soda pop? She's saying soda pop. But she says soda.
Soda
Apparently
pop.
they say soda in Boston. She's talking in a Minnesota accent. She's watching Love Is Blind right now. Yeah.
Oh, Love Is Blind. My Erin's watching Gilmore Girls right now.
I was trying to match the horse for the Denver airport. It's too hot. Show you after. His name is Blucifer. He's a blue Mustang
have
with red
requests.
glowing eyes. She doesn't
Can
believe me.
Janelle
I'll
come
just
say
show her.
hello?
She's
Hello,
already gone upstairs.
Janelle.
Whew. She's like, "What the hell are you wearing?" I'll have to show her the horse.
The horse. The horse.
Yeah. She doesn't believe.
Let's
She
see
doesn't
here.
believe
So
me.
we
She
were.
doesn't believe conspiracy stuff. She thinks I'm crazy.
Has she ever been in the hole? Like the big old rabbit hole of all these conspiracy theories? Because we're going to play a video. It's a little bit long. It's about 3 minutes, but it kind of touches base on a little bit of everything that we're going to touch on.
I'm gonna send this to her.
Supposedly, it went over $2 billion while building this airport. Is that true?
No, I don't know that.
Okay.
I know it was way over $2 billion.
So it went over budget.
It went way over budget.
The following are facts. Construction of the airport fell 16 months behind schedule and went $2 billion over budget with a final cost of $4.8 billion. Here are some of the theories. In the Denver airport, there is supposedly an underground facility meant to act as an emergency bunker for the global elite, made up of billionaires, world leaders, politicians, and celebrities. Another theory suggests that there is a vast underground network of New World Order command bunkers. And another theory suggests that there is a FEMA concentration camp for future use.
There's a lot of conspiracy theories about the airport here. When they were first building it, especially in the bottom part, the lower part of it, the airport here, where the baggage comes in.
Yeah.
An airport construction worker claimed that the scheduled delay had been because 5 multi-storied buildings had been built beneath the airport. The same construction worker, along with others, reportedly said that there was a complex network of tunnels beneath the airport. It was later determined that these underground tunnels may actually now be home to the airport's rail system. When you enter the Denver airport, there's a horse statue officially titled Mustang, but nicknamed Blucifer, and is thought to be cursed. One conspiracy about the horse statue is that it represents the 4th horseman of the apocalypse, which represents death, spoken about in the biblical book of Revelations.
Its eyes glow red, a weird fiery red in the middle of the night.
The horse statue actually fell on its sculptor, killing him by severing one of his arteries.
We made it to the Denver International Airport dedication stone. If you look closely, you can see that they have the Freemason logo, clear and proud.
The Freemasons are a secret fraternal society that's allegedly the largest in the world. This secret society has existed at least since the 18th century, but possibly as far back as the Middle Ages. The Freemasons have had many powerful members throughout history, which has made people suspicious about the organization's intentions.
The date that the airport was dedicated was March 19th, 1994, and that number equals 33, which is the highest level that you can get to in Freemasonry.
This mural is titled In Peace and Harmony with Nature and is supposed to address the destruction of the environment. This mural is titled Children of the World Dream of Peace and is supposed to represent the wish to get rid of violence in society.
Just seeing the couple murals that are here in Denver, there's 4 in this airport, the 2 that are on that side and the 2 that are behind me. They're pretty much showing kind of like different ways of how the Illuminati affects life in every way.
The Denver Office of Cultural Affairs has publicly outlined the process of choosing artwork for the airport. A project selection panel made up of community members and artists is appointed to choose the artwork, but it must be approved by several government committees and the mayor before being commissioned.
3 dead women that look like they're all from 3 different nationalities. We have a letter from a child who died in Auschwitz in the Denver airport. So I don't understand the connection between me trying to catch my flight and having to run into this.
If you look closely at this image of the dedication stone in the Denver airport, you will see it says New World Airport Commission. The New World Order is thought to be a small group of powerful people secretly working together throughout history towards an all-powerful global government. Even if the murals aren't referencing the New World Order, many people in government had to approve of them before they went up.
FBI had
There's a lot of different things there.
Yeah. How do I get a job with the New World Order fucking airport authority or whatever?
I wonder what the uniforms would look like.
I don't know, but I bet they're designed by Hugo Boss.
Wizards?
No, designed by Hugo Boss. Probably with a skull on the hat.
Probably.
Yeah.
There's another rabbit hole.
Yeah, that Yeti was way too hot. Way too hot. Terrible idea by me. Terrible.
JC, the Yeti was too hot.
Too hot. Couldn't do it.
Shawn was all inside the Yeti, and it was too much to handle, so he had to get out.
It was too. I was becoming wet, and not in the way that Leah is. I was just like, I'm sweating. So, anyways, yeah. Look, I still got my mustache. I kept it. We'll grow this puppy out, and then I'm going to twirl it, and then I'm going to apply for the New World Order Airport Authority, and I'll probably get the job because I'll go like this.
You see?
Yeah, exactly. So what's the next point that we're hitting?
So the next fun one that I think is fun is, we can kind of go into, well, let's see here. Where do I want to go? We're going to go straight to flat Earth because JC's here.
Oh,
So I know. But it's kind of weird. Again, right in the middle of the
you can
airport.
honestly, from the top of the CN Tower, literally see that the Earth's round from the top of the CN Tower.
It is not round. Sea level. Water is level.
Okay, listen. Has there
I'm
ever
listening.
been a time where Gina and Mr. Gina have ever been, I don't know, in the kitchen, maybe making dinner or washing dishes together, or I don't know, folding laundry, and then all of a sudden, Mr. Gina looks and goes, babe, it's
That's what he calls
round,
me,
right?
babe.
Of course he does. Because we're probably the same guy. Anyways, point is, where he goes, babe, like you know it's round, right? And then you go, and then you go, yeah, obviously it's round like a plate. And he goes, no, like round like a
there's a
ball.
difference
And you
between
go,
that and
no, it's round like a plate. Yes, it's round like a plate, but flat on top. And he goes, no, babe, it's a ball. And then you have that argument with him.
No, he knows better. Because that would entail me talking for hours and hours and hours. And after being together for 23 years, those hours of
Probably
talking,
had enough and wants you to shut the fuck up. That's not funny.
he'll just be like, yep, the earth is flat, babe. You are correct, 100%.
Oh
And then
my-
I just go on about my day, skipping, saying my hubby agrees with me.
oh my god. Well, Mr. Gina,
I'm in, Mr. Jack. I'm glad you made your way in, and I appreciate that. Love you here. Channel on X, Twitter. I still call it Twitter. It's okay.
Well, I mean, until it stops acting like Twitter, then it's fine. It's fine to call it Twitter.
Yep. Me and Shawn, I've already come to this conclusion. We are going to have a show all about words and sentences. And Shawn already asked Grok how to make somebody from Boston sound stupider. And it's going to be great. That's going to be a whole show.
But in my
All right.
defense, I also asked it the same examples, but for Canadians, and apparently we're all about the ooh sound. I'm like, that's not even true. I don't ooh anything.
Yeah, because your
Never
bin
have I ever
is
oohed
a
anything.
bean. A boot. Stupider, eh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hi, Mr. Scott. How are ya? All right, so
All right.
let's just go into let's head to the basement.
I mean, you buy me a
Are we
drink
going
first.
back?
You're just gonna take me down to your basement? Is that what? Anyways, to
Yeah.
the basement where the lizard people are. Let's
Yeah.
go back on task here, people. None of this. This is why you shouldn't have me on your show. Anybody.
What do you mean?
Because everyone's like, we're gonna show. These are the topics. There's show notes. I go, lol, show notes. Okay.
I don't have show notes.
No, but other people do.
I don't mind show notes if someone
You know,
gives
I
them
don't-
to me.
I don't mind them on Mondays, but it's fine.
I love Mike. Mike's a great guy. All right, let's go to the basement.
Let's talk about Denver Airport. There's a chilling theory surrounding that place. No one really knows why it was built in the first place. Denver already had a fully functioning airport downtown, yet they chose to construct this one, spending $2 billion over budget and finishing 2 years late. Strange, right? But what's really unsettling is the 5-story underground facility beneath the airport. Some believe it's a doomsday bunker for the elite. Officials, however, claim it's just an unused baggage system. Still, that doesn't explain the eerie atmosphere. All over the airport, there are disturbing murals, images of destruction, chaos, and even apocalyptic scenes, complete with monstrous figures. Then there's the infamous Blue Horse statue, nicknamed Blucifer. It stands over 30 feet tall with glowing red eyes. Even stranger, the artist who created it tragically died during its construction when a piece of the horse fell on him, killed instantly. Yet, they completed it anyway. And if that wasn't enough, there are rumors of 2 secret runways, supposedly used by the government. Then there's the time capsule, buried in 1994 and set to remain sealed until 2094. Could it hold the key to these bizarre mysteries? Only time will tell.
I need to know how the the guy tragically was fucked by the horse. I mean, why else would you put a sensor beep in there? Because he was obviously fucked by the horse.
I think he was trampled by the horse.
It's just weird. Why you would censor beep the word killed? Because when he goes and he was tragically beeped by the horse, you're like, oh my god, he was fucked
It's
by
TikTok,
the horse. That's
man.
terrible. It's ridiculous.
That
But-
would
but
be
yeah,
a definitely
I think there's
funner.
bad juju in that horse.
Oh, 100%. 100%. So,
There's bad juju in that
Blucifer.
horse. Like, I mean,
So Blucifer His real name though is actually Mustang, and he was built by Louis Dremens. Yeah. So the thing is 32 feet high, and apparently is just evil. And they say that it's a node to the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
No, they don't. Who says that?
And you know, after he died, his family actually took over to finish it. But it's 9,000. So the piece 9,000 pounds fell on him and just severely like severed an artery in his leg and just died right there.
Well, arteries and legs. Arteries in your legs are actually you have to kind of go
It
in
was just
quite a bit to get to an artery in your leg. Like there's a lot of steak that you have to parse through
Yeah.
to get to an artery in your leg. And God created us like that for a reason. But yeah, so Blucifer, the 32 foot tall cobalt blue. Cobalt is a lovely color, but cobalt blue horse outside of the Denver International Airport, which is also known DIA, for short, right? Lucifer, as we already know. And it gets that name, well, because blue, obviously, the cobalt blue, but Lucifer because of the glowing red eyes. Like, geez, why would you do glowing red eyes? Apparently, there's an innocuous reason why you would make the most evil combination ever. Um, People say it's not just creepy art. It's said to be cursed. Um, I kind of feel that it's cursed. I mean, it killed the dude. It's cursed. And a symbol of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and a literal killer, as again, it crushed the dude. Beyond its deadly backstory, some believe Blucifer is a demonic sentinel guarding the airport. I had this all typed out, and I've with my fat thumbs I've scrolled. Yeah, it's a sentinel guarding the airport's secrets. Its fiery eyes, meant as a tribute to the artist's, I guess, father's neon shop, which is the most innocuous thing, but it's also the lamest story. It's like, oh yeah, so what I've done is I've made a giant Mustang that's 3 stories tall, and you know what? I made a blue because why not? And also, just because my father once upon a time, way back in time, had had a neon shop and made like neon signs and stuff, I'm just gonna make his eyes neon fucking tubes that are red. It totally fits. That doesn't fit. That's the stupidest story ever. Couldn't you possibly have come up with something else? But anyways, that's interpreted as a sign of
Nothing is by
malevolent.
coincidence.
Yeah, it's interpreted as a malevolent energy, perhaps tied to the Illuminati or Satan himself. The theories range from it being a marker for an alien landing site to a totem channeling apocalyptic forces, and many people call it demonic. And it really adds to the occult vibe that the airport has going on. So the giant glowing-eyed horse that killed its maker, it kind of feels like a horror movie prop. I mean, it's cool. It is cool, but not the kind of thing I would want, for like the symbol of like my business or the city or whatever. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's a chilling mascot for a supposed doomsday hub. That's something, huh? Freaks me out.
It is. Yeah. It's again, it's just another thing in the piece of this weird ass puzzle. Now, if that horse was in front of, let's say, another airport, that's all it had was just a random horse, you might think, oh, maybe that place likes horses, or maybe horses are farmed there, whatever. But it's just
But,
another thing that, like,
allegedly the owner was like, well, it's Denver. Denver is like wildness and like the Wild West and all of that stuff, and we love Mustangs out here. And I just happen to have a blue horse, so I'm going to, because I have a blue
Mhm.
horse, I'm gonna make a giant blue horse. And because my father had a neon sign shop way back in the day, I'm going to make its eyes neon red in tribute to him. You fucking gotta be kidding me.
yeah, too many things. Cass, welcome in, babe. Sean leaning backwards for some reason was like,
Oh yeah, Leah.
Leah,
Oh my
I love
God.
you.
Oh, Leah, hop on. So yeah, that's Blucifer.
She'd like to ride that blue stallion.
I mean,
Yeah,
big, but it's
Blucifer.
32 feet tall.
That is like, how many of me?
How many of you?
A lot.
Many
Yeah,
of you.
5 feet. Yeah, 5'10". Yeah, a lot of my that's one big stallion.
Yeah. I'm sure Leah can handle it.
Oh, I've seen
This is why we
pictures of
shouldn't
her
stream
bow.
together ever.
This is why people like to watch it. So
That's not true. The audience.
we'll
hates
just go back to the basement. You're going back to the basement.
hot.
Denver Airport.
Oh man, so Denver Airport, there's a really strange theory about its construction. Denver already had a perfectly good airport downtown, but they still chose to spend $2 billion more than planned and took 2 extra years to complete it. So the airport has a huge 5-story underground area. Some people believe it's a doomsday shelter for powerful people. However, officials say it's just an unused baggage area.
Yeah. What?
Throughout the airport, there are eerie paintings that depict destruction and apocalyptic scenes with monsters. Also, there's a large blue horse statue with glowing red eyes called Blucifer. Sadly, the artist died when a piece of the statue fell on him during its construction, but they finished it anyway. Another weird fact is that the airport is said to have 2 secret runways the government uses. The story also includes a time capsule buried in 1994 that can't be opened until 2094. So maybe that's the key to all these mysteries.
Well, it's obviously not named Lucifer. He got that wrong. But
But $2 billion? How do you go
Is it
$2 billion?
is it possible? And obviously this is the niche I'm gonna fit in. I'm going to play spoiler to all of Gina's tinfoil. That's what I'm gonna do. Is it possible that it's just a boondoggle? They had a perfectly
A
good airport.
boondoggle.
Yeah, a boondoggle. You're from Boston. You should probably know what a boondoggle is, right? You're from a corrupt city. It's basically, so they had a great airport or a fine airport, a serviceable one, whatever. And they go, you know what? We need more corruption in here in Denver. What is a way that we can give our friends and family contracts to build something so they can get rich off of it? And then it's an airport. Yeah, we can use it. We can always use another airport. And then they're like, hey,
But
while we're at it, let's fucking be creepy.
they
as
didn't
shit.
even demolish it, though. They just buried it and they built on top of it. Why not demolish it or build onto it?
They buried the other one. No, isn't the other one
Yeah.
still
So-
still is it? It's still going. Centennial Airport. Is that still active?
Here we go.
I don't know.
If my computer will work. We're going to see if this works. So, this is the Illuminati headquarters that they're talking about. So, they're saying that the DIA was built by the New World Order. We discussed all of this. It's got the time capsule reopened in 2094. Freemasons, all that fun stuff. yada, yada, yada. The group was, gosh,
Wait.
that
Hang
happened real
on.
quick.
Hang on. Don't just speed past
What?
that. Since
Which one? No. I was getting to
wait,
this, and then my mouse went all crazy.
APA or Centennial
Yeah,
Airport
right here.
which is located 15 nautical miles southeast of downtown Denver, is active. It is one of the busiest general aviation airports in the U.S., with no scheduled commercial airline service but significant activity in private, corporate, and charter flights. Interesting.
See, that's weird because here it says instead of demolishing them, they were simply buried as more buildings were built on top of them, providing the Illuminati with secret underground layer. Interesting.
So, yeah. So, no, it's still an airport. It's still a very, very busy airport. They didn't need to build another one, but they built it, and it's creepy. And expensive.
Hmm.
But
very expensive.
Why would you build 5 stories? 5 stories going down for luggage, a luggage thing, right? And then go, actually, we're not going to use that at all. That's weird. That is a engineering oversight, or I don't know. They fucked up the calculus on that so bad that how many hundreds or hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, likely tens of millions of dollars, would building that 5-story underground thing, concreting it on building, and then being like, yeah, we're not going to use it. Whoops, our bad. That's that's a staggering amount of money. That's not just an oopsie. That's like you're getting, decapitated at, your headquarters because you've cost your company so much money. Like that's
2 years, $2 billion, and they don't even use them. Again, it makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. Like, so do people get to go down in this 5-story thing and see like the luggage system that almost was?
No. Nope.
Jay says very obviously it's the lizard's hideout, Shawn.
It is.
So yeah, I guess maybe that's what it is. I can't see, like, okay, so in my time in like welding or construction or any of that, right? If you like waste time or you waste material, even if it's not a lot of material, your company is like, "Hey man, that's you can't do that. We got to pay for that." Or smarten up. Or hey, you're fired. If I can't imagine if I dug and concreted and formed and all of that stuff, something worth tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars maybe, and then go, whoops, you know what, we're going to use this but we're not, now it's just I don't know, it's a bunker. Like, I don't know, it's insane to me. Is it insane to anybody else? Does anybody else think it's just so crazy that they would do a 5-story deep oopsie? I think at that, like, and then like, what was the thing that made them decide to not use it? The thing that made them decide that the other suitcase, how many suitcase fucking thingies do airports have? Do they have backups? Or do they just design one and then go with it? And if they only have one and they just go with it, how is it that this one that's 5 stories deep, they abandoned that one and then ended up with another one? Like, something's wrong here. And
how many? 5 stories is
it's big. It's big.
5 stories. That could you imagine that conveyor belt? Or trams or underground vehicles,
it would be many conveyor belts.
Yeah, it would be insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, I just upgraded everything, Cass. It's like 1 gigabyte, and there's only this, which I'm plugged right into the router. So mine should take precedent over anyone else's. So
When was the
I
last time you
think it's
unplugged your router?
definitely, I mean, the computer, it works well.
I see. I don't even know if she's thinking. If she's thinking or she's
the
frozen, I have no idea. When's
the last episode.
you unplugged it and you plugged it back in? Again.
Sorry, Gina can't. I didn't touch it. This is just how it goes.
That's
It's
how
so
it
weird
goes.
because during the day, even with the same amount, how it goes.
Well, maybe you
Except
need
it's
to-
not me watching Gilmore Girls. My daughter.
Oh. Yeah. Right now I got Love is Blind on stairs. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's filled with
I don't know if she's watched that one.
It's filled with so many Minnesotans. Just the accent. It's such. I mean, aside from the Somalians, it's a long lost province of Canada.
Interesting.
Yeah, I kind of actually really like Minnesota. I mean, for my
Minnesota.
taste, yeah, Minnesota. It's a little leftist for my liking, but then again, so is all of Canada. But it's yeah. Cass says, Sean, I'm watching the finale next. My wife is near there. My wife is at the episode where the religious fella and the basically the anti-religious girl are about to get married. That's where she's at. Yeah. So, next point. Let's carry on. Let's keep this show on the road. Yeah, your worst show yet. That's for sure. They're all been brilliant except this one.
Yeah, this is driving me insane.
No, I meant because your guest is crap. Not because of you.
Nothing has changed.
Oh no, I know
It's because my internet is crap and it's driving me insane.
It's okay. Cass, I know they don't get married. The Twitter
I don't think it's glitching as bad, I think, for everyone else as it is.
You don't think it's glitching as bad for us as it is for you?
It keeps freezing and
Oh, honey, I
don't know. Well, I know it's glitching for you. I mean, it's on my phone.
Yeah, I have a big dig to sell you. Let me tell you, it's glitching for.
Is it everywhere?
Yeah. She didn't marry. Yeah, listen, spoilers. If you haven't watched it yet, too fucking bad. But anyway, she didn't marry the guy because he wasn't into BLM, fucking transing kids, and the vaccine. Like, bitch, fuck yourself. Anyways, sorry. I get into these shows sometimes.
Let's play a quick clip here. So
Next point. Here we go.
This is bad because I ask a question and it just goes up crazy. So we're gonna hit it.
There's a really strange theory about its construction. Denver already had a perfectly good airport downtown, but they still chose to spend $2 billion more than planned and took 2 extra years to complete it. So the airport has a huge 5-story underground area. Some people believe it's a doomsday shelter for powerful people. However, officials say it's just an unused baggage area.
Yeah. What?
Throughout the airport, there are eerie paintings that depict destruction and apocalyptic scenes with monsters. Also, there's a large blue horse statue with glowing red eyes called Blucifer. Sadly, the artist died when a piece of the statue fell on him during its construction, but they finished it anyway. Another weird fact is that the airport is said to have 2 secret runways the government uses, The story also includes a time capsule buried in 1994 that can't be opened.
Why do we watch that one again?
By the time I was able to click it to stop it, my computer completely like froze.
Oh my god.
So
Oh,
I know it's driving
oh
me
my
nuts.
god.
I'm gonna play the correct one.
I wish I could.
Oh my
I wish I
God.
could do accents. If I could do accents, I would always talk in a Minnesotan accent. I'll always do it.
Minnesota?
I love it. It's the worst
I'll have
accent
to
ever.
watch
I
a video
love
of
it. I
somebody
wish I could.
speaking Minnesotan.
My wife does it all the time, and it's fucking hilarious. It kills me. I wish I could do it. I bet Cassie sounds like that. I bet she sounds like a boss.
Cass, I gotta have you on one night and just to hear your voice.
Yeah.
All right, let's play the video I wanted to play. Here we
Many
go.
believe there's something very off about Denver's airport. The Denver International Airport was originally slated to be finished in 1993, but didn't end up opening until 1995. It was shockingly $2 billion over budget due to design changes and contract disputes. It's also said they switched contractors so many times, no one has an accurate layout of the place. So why did the airport end up costing so much more? Well, let's talk about its strange design. It's huge, and there are as many as 6 mysterious underground levels beneath the airport. Many first-hand witnesses have said they have seen the complex network of underground tunnels down there, but why are they there? No one knows, as many of the areas are restricted, even to employees. Something even weirder? In addition to the bizarre, creepy artwork that's hanging around the airport like this, and this strange statue, it's the dedication capstone that's hardest to ignore. Many contributors are named, but it's this one that gives people the creeps. The New World Airport Commission. Never heard of them? You're not alone. No one has. And if you even research the commission, you'll find that no such commission exists. Or does it? If you have time to pass in between flights, I suggest walking around and checking out some of the airport's strange artwork. I've been to many airports, and this one is definitely a little creepy. What is this? Weird. Rumors have swirled for years about what's really going on here. What are your thoughts?
I know a lot of these, some of these, they do repeat the same things, but they have like other things in them, which is pretty cool.
So it's basically weird that even employees aren't allowed in the tunnels. Why is that? You're an employee. Why can't you go? Like, okay, so like when I was a security guard for one of Canada's largest life insurance companies, I got to go everywhere. All the nooks and all the crannies, I was allowed to go. In fact, I was expected to go to some of the dumbest spots because that was my job. So why can't these people go there? You know what I mean? Weird.
Just it makes no sense. I'm just kidding, Chris. That was a good one though. Maybe
Because a
we're
woman was put in
overthinking all of
charge.
this.
Yes.
Maybe it was just over budget and too long because woman was put in charge. Hey, you never know. Never know. Yay, Cass. That would be lots of fun. I know Da wants to do like an all girls show, so that will be fun. That'll be super fun.
I was thinking of having an estro cast with female guests.
You got to find them though. That'll go on, and not just their voices though. We need to see your beautiful faces.
I know.
I promise you, it's not that scary.
It's more weird than it is scary because here I am. I'm in a room. I'm talking to nobody. You have to be kind of crazy just to look at a fucking light and talk to the light. You know, it's weird.
Oh,
is that your internet
have a
repairman?
No, that's my daughter.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Good night, honey.
Oh.
An alcohol show would be cool.
Yeah, maybe. So this is
Yeah.
a close up of the it's about peace. So I guess I don't know if I can
Well,
make it bigger.
after. Because first it shows destruction and then world peace under the new world order.
Maybe let's try.
That's just terrifying.
Is there a beginning to this? I don't know what the order
It's just
maybe,
one.
maybe this is the beginning. Maybe is this guy supposed okay? Is this guy supposed to be a Nazi, or is he just a symbol for the European Union?
I don't know, but whatever it is he's dead. He is not alive. And he's stabbing a dove, which is a sign of peace, with ruins everywhere under a rainbow.
Yeah, it's almost like it's not. I don't think this rainbow has anything to do with the gay. I think it has probably to do with peace and like life. Because as it comes around him, it goes clear. Yeah, right. So burned out building, so bombed or bombed out building, so like war. He's in like green, so he's like the fucked up face. The fucked up face is a World War II gas mask, but made kind of scary. It's weird. So he's got he has what looks to be something like an AK-47 kind of weapon, but also who in the chat knows what kind of sword that vaguely kind of looks like. I mean it seems to be like symbolism of authoritarianism from like different times. Like this person is authoritarianism overall.
I don't know.
And then see it's an Islamic sword, and that is what I thought too. So maybe it's see. Well, Grundy knows. I think he knows.
You can't really see it, but around that border next to the people lying on the ground are like women in robes with hoods with dead children in their arms.
Yeah, this it's a row. It's a row of like it's like a lineup of like dead people.
Mm-hmm.
And then
yep, after he's killing the dove.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can find the next. Okay. So yeah, here. So it's just so this child is afraid or dying or whatever, starving. Who knows? The woman is sad. It's got a dead baby. I mean, really, imagine drawing this dead baby. I mean, that's pretty fucked up, right? And then it's just a whole list of or a line of awfulness that goes up.
Yep. So that is supposedly the war, what some people believe that we're currently in. And this is what's happening before we usher in the New World Order, where everyone in the next photo starts dancing while worshiping that new flower or whatever it is. That thing.
Okay, so you know what's kind of weird? This oh, fuck off. This fella here. It strikes me as it's basically the EU. So if you guys don't know what's sort of happening in Syria right now, you may know that the old leader of Syria, Assad, he was overthrown. He fled to Russia. Well, the government that overthrew Assad was basically it's called like HTS, right? It's m- Muslim words. It's basically a collective, some Al Qaeda, some ISIS, some other. It's terrorists. They're actual terrorists, and the new leader of Syria was actually up until recently on America's like most wanted list for $10 million. Al Jalani, right? He's a bad guy. He's a terrorist. So, anyways, so skipping for a couple months here. What's happening now is the old leopard doesn't change its spots kind of thing. So a terrorist is now leading the country and has decided that they're going to go door to door killing all the Christians. And that's taking place in Syria. Assad never did that to Christians. I mean, all the West. So it's like, oh, Assad's the worst guy ever. And maybe he was, but he didn't kill the Christians. You could still have Christmas trees. You could still be Christians. You could still go to church. You could still do all that stuff. Under this guy, he's Al Jalani. He's going door to door to door to door and killing, just fucking opening up machine guns on buildings, neighborhoods, towns of Christians. And you, there was a statement put out by the EU as a whole just today or maybe yesterday that basically was like, you know what? Maybe it's not true. Maybe we're going to wait. Maybe, we just don't know. But we're standing with the government of Syria for now. And it's like, wow, the EU is actually standing with evil. They always seem to be on the wrong side of an issue. And since they are always, pushing totalitarianism, pushing censorship, pushing, I guess, the murder of Christians and the importation of Islam and all of these things like that. This I see when I see this guy here with it's
Mhm.
part Islamic, part World War II. It makes me think of the EU.
Hmm.
I don't know. It just does, especially with the EU statement today, basically standing by and supporting the murder of countless Christians, innocent Christians who are just trying to live and be Christ-like. It's insane. So yeah,
It's weird how it all connects.
yeah, and I mean
Like this was put up how long ago? You know what I mean?
quite a while ago, but I think there's something in the chat you need to read.
What do I need to read? What did I miss?
And a big thank you to Cassie, who is now a monthly supporter. Cassie, you're beautiful, and we love
Oh.
you. Thank you for supporting Mom's Mystery and Mayhem or whatever.
I
Thank
don't
you.
see that.
Beautiful. We love you. Really? It's right there in big fucking things. That's $5 a month every month until she dies. Like, I mean, that's brilliant. I need more
No,
of
but
those.
seriously, it's not here. I can't see it. I appreciate it. I don't know what is going on in my house. Thank you for supporting me, Cass. I appreciate it 100%. I can't see it. I don't know why.
I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. I got your back because we're homies
Thank
like
you.
that. And so in this one,
I know.
you should not have given me privileges because now I can just do shit.
No,
You
that's
shouldn't have done
fine
it.
because when my internet acts up and then I put on my pouty face because I'm pouting because I'm upset, you can help take over.
Was it ladies, all ladies? I am a sucker for a pouty face. Oh my god. This is why probably God did not bestow a daughter upon me.
I told you that.
Probably. I'm a sucker for pouty face. My wife knows it. It's fucking awful. Um,
My husband is too.
yeah. I yeah.
Yep. And he's
My
got
wife,
3 of them here.
poor son of a bitch. Anyways, okay, so this bird looks very angry. Look at this bird. That's a mad, upset bird. That's a bird that knows that his goose is cooked.
Good night, Chris.
Good night, you handsome devil, you.
CJ even says, sad puppy dog eyes, break him. This is why my girls, when they want to go to a store, usually say, Dad, can you take us to Target? Because mommy says no. Daddy says, okay, just bring it up to your room when we get home.
Oh dear.
But that's okay because it's teaching my daughters that they can rely on somebody. So it's great. Yeah, that's a scary bird. That bird is grilling those people. Like some sort
Grundy's
of like
saying that's a stork and that they carry babies. But I'm just saying, look how mad he is. That's a mad bird. And everyone's like,
that's a
bird.
stork?
Yeah. Like everyone's like, bird. But you know, this Asian is like, I wish that were a dog.
Yeah.
But
they
then,
look
yeah.
awfully happy in this one.
Yeah, I guess. Next. All right, that's the full
I
thing.
wonder if you play the videos, if it would be better.
I don't know, maybe. Funny that is this a Colorado Rockies hat? That's funny. They got all of these people, so I guess this guy's supposed to be American fella. He looks like he's got Down syndrome, but he is a Colorado Rockies fan.
Yep.
All right, the sad mom. Okay, so I guess it's this. So the one thing that I noted is like all the world's children,
Mm-hmm.
all the world's children are coming together to smash the sword of, I assume, is authoritarianism. I mean, of all the places to put a little black baby right next to the hammer smashing the sword's probably not the best. But what do I know? I mean, I'm not good at parenting. So yeah, they're smashing the sword of authoritarianism, I guess. But then you have so like this little ginger girl. Obviously, she's the devil because she has no soul.
Irish. She's holding the Irish flag.
Yeah, well, okay, so her and the little and the little English boy, they have all the swords of war between Ireland and England. That's what this is supposed to be. It's they've rounded up all the swords of war. Now this war is over and there's peace. There'll never be peace between those two. Or, I mean, maybe there'll be peace, but they'll always hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I mean we also I mean I guess going in the wide view, we also have like other world conflicts. We have I guess this is America and Russia.
Yep.
That war, all the swords of war have been gathered. And then Israel and Palestine. Well, that's never we wishful thinking there, eh? Holy cow.
Might be in the New World Order.
What else do we got here? We have I don't
You see the soul at the bottom?
Yeah, this is the
under the two doves.
This is the body of authoritarianism has been defeated. And this is supposed to be an anvil, but they obviously don't know what an anvil looks like because holy shit, that's like an anvil had an abortion or something.
Yep.
What? It's funny that this is just South Africa. All the swords of war of just South Africa, the blacks and the whites. There's no other country involved. It's just this is just a race, right? This is India and what the fuck is that? Is that Turkey? I'm not sure. I don't know all my flags if I'm honest.
Neither do I.
Is this Kuwait?
But it's almost like the Irish flag.
Well, no,
Which
this
all the
one is
flags are
India, and I
basically
think
just
this one might be
recycled.
Turkey. I'm not sure.
Oh, the green one with the moon and the star.
Yeah, I think that might be. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I thought Turkey was maybe red. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know all of them. They feel familiar to me, but I don't know all of them. So this one's China, China and Tibet. What was that one? Anyway, so all the children of all the world have gathered all the swords of war, and are smashing them on the
Not an adult in sight.
no, the only adult in sight is authoritarianism, and he's dead.
Yep.
So I guess when we really do analyze it, I mean this is peace. This is a peaceful thing, I guess. This one is.
Mm-hmm.
I can see what they're trying to go with. I mean, although this one's kind of messed up. But yeah, this bird is just, he's mad. Big mad.
He's so mad.
Yeah. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that was my contribution. I hope you're okay with that.
No, because they said we were both clear and we didn't skip anywhere. So there's that. So I'm going to see. Why don't you pick a next video to play and see how it works for you?
Me pick a next
I
video.
have them all labeled.
Where's your
Nice
video?
and pretty.
I don't know anything about videos.
So click media assets.
I fucking know how to use this, lady. All right, where do we end up? Wait, did you do the flat Earth one?
I have not yet.
I thought you were going to. Oh, you were going to, and then you just didn't because you're teasing. You're leading Jay on or something. Hard to get. Jay, this is for you, bud.
You need to see this. This lady recorded how the Denver airport have been making this new art installation, and she explained the hidden meaning behind all of it. As if you know about Denver airport, then this will make a lot of sense.
Start off here with the world. At the South Pole there is a gate, and then around the world is sand. At the North Pole there's this pole that leads up to this.
I don't even know how she decoded this next part, as she goes deep into explaining what she believes all this really means.
Arrow. The arrow points down to what it looks like perhaps a firmament, to a train station. I should also mention the world is depicted as flat over there. From the train station, from the arrow, we come down here. Perhaps a way to get in and out of the world as we know it. Again, surrounded by rocks.
So do you think this actually has a hidden meaning, or is it just the art as they say? Let me know your thoughts on this.
I hear 1994 internet sounds in my head right now. No, that's is there a hidden meaning? No, that's pretty much
Jay,
much
yeah, it's not. Yep, it's not sand, it's the ice wall.
I'm pretty sure I put that in
The Arctic
put that in Gina's intro.
Arctic Circle. Arctic Circle. It's a circle. It goes around us.
Yeah, so there's no hidden meaning in that. It's not like,
It's just telling you like it is.
Well, let's not get carried away.
They're saying here's the Earth. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, let's not get carried away. Like, I mean, if your husband's not going to tell you, sweetheart, it's round, I will fucking do it. Darling, it's round.
It is round, but it is not sphere.
It's round like a plate.
It just keeps going and going and going. It doesn't end.
Well, yeah, it doesn't end. You're right, because you keep going around it and around it and around it.
Okay, Shawn, I'll play your game. Whatever you say.
Okay, the point is,
JC, we know the deal.
anyways, the point is, there was no hidden meanings in that. There wasn't anything where you had to really decipher and
No.
whatever, right? That's I mean, we could obviously much the way that that woman did look at it and go, okay, this is obviously this, but I mean, it's not hidden.
Mhm.
It's not like you're staring at a Jackson Pollock fucking trying to see if there's anything in it, or one of those eye teaser ones where you gotta like put it in your face and then something pops out at you. It's not that. It's not, you're not looking at a fucking, Salvador Dali trying to go, oh, why are the clocks melting and these elephants have long legs? It's not that. It's literally, it is what it is. The question is, why did the artist decide that that was going to be what it was? Of all the things that you could have put there, I mean, you could have put anything. They chose that. That's a weird thing to do.
It's just one of many.
Like that is
It's just
I mean, that's a bold choice. Being like, well, I am in a creepy airport. I mean, well, I could spend all of this money that I've been given to make an artwork. I guess I'll do a flat Earth because why not? I
Yeah.
don't know. It's weird to me.
and then it did work better on my end when you played it. I don't know why, but
It
I
worked
wonder
better
how
on
it
you.
worked for the chat. It did work better on my end. It only paused for like a second.
Well, I mean, how do we know that your internet just wasn't shitty at that moment that I hit the button?
I can try it again.
You might have to. I don't know.
Yes.
Krabbit's my dude. How you doing?
Krabbit's a good dude. He
Yeah.
always comes in and says hi.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can find that flat Earth thing, like an actual image of it, and then maybe we can look at it and decipher it in a different, better way, because some of that I don't know, the guy kind of glossed over it, kind of funny.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the pictures and it was almost like, obviously because of the way it is, you couldn't really get like a full on top straight down view.
I don't think you can.
Nope.
So I mean, there's this. So that when you look at a flat Earth image, does the Earth look like this on those images? Like, are the pieces of land, like land masses, where you would think in
No.
flat?
No. So if you Google, like it's actually on Air Force One has one on their wall of the flat Earth. I believe it's in like the UN office, also on their government wall of what flat Earth supposedly looks like. But even if you look at the different flight patterns, I mean that's a whole another show. But I mean, it's just the concept of flat Earth there. Because if they really wanted to, they could have put a globe there. We see globes all over the place.
So I guess this artwork is called Dual Meridian. Which is kind of a weird art piece.
And there's that blue.
It has that cobalt blue.
Mhm.
It's this
And
has
there's your
been
North
here.
Pole.
What, this literal pole?
Yep.
And then what? And then these weird train tracks. I don't know why there's train tracks. What would that even mean? Train tracks to get out of the world? Like what? Like what? To like when you what? When you die, you got you know the old baby Jesus gives you a fucking train ticket to
Choo choo.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. I've
The
never
old St.
really.
Peter Express or something like.
Um, I never really thought about it. But have you ever watched? I forget which streaming service it's on, but it's The Good Place. Have you ever watched The Good Place?
Yes, I have.
Okay,
Apparently, it was fine in the
so
first season, and then got shit in the second.
me and my daughter really enjoyed it. But if you watched the whole thing, there's actually a train that they can take in and out of The Good Place. So
AKA heaven.
it could. Well, it goes from like the bad place to the medium place, to the actual good place. Yeah, I enjoyed that one, Cass. I still actually watch it every once in a while. But
Just trying to find a better,
it's just
better photo
interesting.
here. See if I can find a better. Oh,
And then after that, we can dive into those signs. I have a little quick 16-second clip on the signs that we can dissect after.
it's gonna be gay. No, don't be gay. Fuck. Because there's a New York Times article about this place, and it has all the weird shit in it. Like it's behind a paywall.
Yep, I saw that one too, and I couldn't read it because I'm not paying for it. Slightly egg-shaped. Centrifugal force plays a part. Oh, oh my God. Cass, now I am drawing Kristen Bell. Kristen Bell. That's who's
Apparently,
in it.
she's a swinger, eh? Her and Dax Shepard go to swingers parties, and then Kristen Bell gets blown out by random guys. True story.
That doesn't surprise me in that world at all.
That surprises me, and I don't know why. But like, imagine. I mean, speaking, it doesn't surprise you. It surprises me. Imagine the surprise of the guy that's, oh, I'm gonna pull some keys out of a hat, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking bang the shit out of Kristen Bell. Fucking go get a scratch ticket, buddy. Holy cow!
Yep. That's somebody's free pass right there. All pass. That was a great movie. That was a funny movie.
So, do you have anything on the I guess what's have you played more no, the signs. We'll do signs next, right?
So there's
I
signs, more weird shit, the dedication stone, and then the back room.
So we haven't played any of those yet.
Nope.
Okay, good. Here we go. Jesus, you should have considered taking the fucking audio out of that. Holy cow.
Surprise.
Did that blow
Wake
anybody
up.
else's ears out? Jesus.
Now, If my computer wasn't so retarded and I didn't have to close all my external windows, I had pictures up there in my browser of all of those different signs.
Um,
100% trolling us.
I think I think the signs are trolling. Um, because so they do have. You guys can't really see that very well. Sorry. Let's see if we can make that a touch bigger for any of you that has old weary eyes. So there's all kinds of like throughout it, like weird like things like carved into the walls where it's like alien writing. It's like oh that's not English or French or Spanish or any other language or whatever with like alien looking things like this. Yeah, so I guess um theory is hidden beneath the airport's underground baggage transport tunnels is a secret bunker or bunkers designed to house billionaires. We already know that. But there's lizard people, aka reptoids, and or evidence of aliens that are also thought to be working down there. So apparently, contractors who originally worked on the airport, which went over the budget and opened 16 months behind schedule, reportedly saw evidence of bunker entrances and unexplained tunnels. So people have seen this shit and they're like, "Huh, I built this thing. What the fuck is that?"
Well, see, that's the other thing is if you dive in is they hired a bunch of different construction companies. They would hire them and then fire them. So not one company has the entire blueprint,
well,
the
they're
correct blueprint.
what they were doing was a poor man's compartmentalization, right? They were like, "Yeah, you can have the job," and then they start doing the job, and they're like, "Hey, you're fired. Hey, you can do the job." So nobody can you know say anything really. They can only say a
Mhm.
snippet, much like NASA, not maybe not NASA, but like the military. So like in Area 51, not so much Area 51 because that's just a bullshit airport. But like S4, the actual secret place near Area 51 where they have the UFOs and the alien shit. It's it's like, oh, here's an alien fucking spacecraft piece. Now you own this piece is all you get. Figure out everything you know about it, and then everyone else will figure out a small little piece, and it's all compartmentalized, and nobody really knows anything, just a small little sliver. And so it looks like they were doing like a poor man's version of that, which is sketchy, right? That's so sketchy
Mhm.
because if you have one company, then another company, then another company, then another company, there's so many opportunities for one company to fuck up and go, no, it's the other guys. So you sort of like open up all this leeway from mistakes to happen. Like, it's hard to hold people accountable. But it almost seems like they weren't worried about that, considering there's a 5-story fucking empty thing that's like, "Oh, yeah, you're gonna do this for baggage, but oops."
Yep. These tunnels are big enough for a truck to drive through.
Yeah. A multi-million-dollar automated baggage system failed to work as designed, fueling doubts about the intent and scale of construction. An alien drawing has appeared on the walls, and blurry footage of lizard people has appeared on conspiracy websites. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. So that's some creepy stuff. I mean, there's Nazi conspiracies that go with it, but I mean, I don't believe in Nazi conspiracies. Like Nazis on the other side of the moon. I don't really think that so much. Not
No.
not in Argentina. Oh yeah, that's just fact.
On the moon? No.
Not on the moon. In Antarctica? Yeah,
Yeah,
more plausible than the moon.
maybe.
Less plausible
Here in
than
the
Argentina.
United States?
Well, that's
Mhm.
also a fact too. Yeah.
Because we hired them. They work for NASA.
Yeah, that's right. Operation Paperclip. That
Mhm.
that von Braun or whatever. Um, there is okay, actually, the murals that we covered.
Yep.
So that's Children of the World, A Dream of Peace, right? And so we've kind of gone over that. It's all kids with the swords of war wrapped in the flags that are in conflict or whatever. It's vivid, it's unsettling artworks in the baggage claim area. Conspiracy buffs see them as blueprints for genocide, war, and the New World Order takeover, not the hopeful messages that it was intended to be. I Because it's fucked up, right? It's kind of fucked up.
Mhm.
If we stop and we look and we sort of point out the things, you can actually see the the hopeful messages. The problem is sometimes art can be shitty. I mean, art is subjective, yes, sure, but sometimes it can just be shitty. Like sometimes your kids they bring you an art that they made you at school, and you're supposed to go, "Oh my god, what is this? I love this. This is so amazing. Tell me about it." You're not supposed to ask them what it is because you're supposed to already know, but you don't because it's shitty. It's shit. So you have to say, "Tell me about it," and so then they tell you about it, and then you go, "Oh, I understand. This random scribble, that shit, is actually a horse or something," and then you go, "Oh, it's the best horse I've ever seen. I knew it was a horse. I wanted your thoughts on horses." That kind of thing. So art can be shit. And that art that we saw is an example of that. That's why people get all like freaked out by it because there's that authoritarian villain with
Yep.
the mask and shit. So in Children of the World, Dream of Peace, a gas masked soldier with a saber and a rifle looms, which we've seen, while a letter from an Auschwitz victim is tucked in the corner. Unfortunately, we didn't have that on that little slideshow. Some interpret this as a Nazi soldier killing the dove of peace, which what Gina had pointed out. Good eyes on her, despite the glasses. Signaling a planned extermination. So in the artwork, it shows extinct animals, children in coffins, and environmental collapse seen as a warning of a depopulation agenda via biological warfare or an eco disaster with a happy ending. I do love a happy ending.
Who doesn't love a happy ending?
Okay. Yeah, the fact that these are in an airport, a transient space amplifies the idea that they're a public yet coded announcement of doom. So yeah, I guess that puts the pin in that. It's pretty crazy. What's Jay saying? We still need the Gina emoji. I don't have access to her fucking Rumble, man. I can't do that right now. Okay, so here is a newer conspiracy theory about the fuck is Jack putting in, and that's not a thing. That
I don't know.
that's
Crew of the
literally
Jollies.
that's a file in his computer. It's on his C drive in the movies folder, which is in his social media folder, which is in a pics folder, which is in another pics folder. Dude, you got too many picture folders, and then it's and Crew of the Jolly Roger, which looks like a folder, and then jokes. How many folders is that? And then it's the thing. Anyways, I I want to see if I can post a meme.
He wanted to
No,
see
you
if he
can't.
could post a meme.
I appreciate you for trying.
We do.
All right. Okay. So here is a newer. Here's a newer thing. A quantum computer war simulator. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is a. He says he's got over 20,000 memes. Oh my god, you're like a meme lord, the lord of memes. So the theory goes like.
Lord of memes, we all bow down.
So the theory goes like this: it's a wilder, newer idea that the Denver International Airport's underground hosts a quantum computer running war simulations. Maybe that's why they need so much space.
Could you imagine like holographic cameras and they just simulate wars underground with holographs?
That would be pretty wild. Running war simulations like for Ukraine, which obviously this is immediately debunked because if they were running this simulation, they would have realized fucking years ago that Ukraine has lost badly. They should have known that when Avdiivka fell fucking in 2023. They should know this, at least now that fucking Kursk is falling. And that aside. While crisis actors play opposition above ground, all part of the grand deception. So this posits that the airport is a nerve center for global manipulation, using advanced tech to predict and control conflicts. The quantum element implies a level of power beyond comprehension, with the airport as a facade for a military intelligence operation. It's less fleshed out, but like this theory is less fleshed out because it's newer and the nerds haven't pounced on it yet, I don't think. But it
Yeah, I
ties
didn't
into
hear
the
that
broader
one.
control hub narrative. It's like the Matrix meets JFK.
Well, it would make sense
I
because
don't
a
like that one.
quantum computer would need lots of cooling devices to cool down a quantum computer.
Maybe.
So what better place than underground?
In Denver? What better place than Denver? All places. Do you know why the seagulls fly upside down in Denver? It's because there's nothing worth shitting on in Denver.
Oh,
Actually, I first heard that joke about Oshawa. It's true about Oshawa too. Yeah. So that's a newer one. You're right. The dedication stone. We got to get that. We've touched on it a little bit, but let's just take a peek at that. And also again, chat, dear chat, thank you for being here. We appreciate you putting up with Gina's bullshit internet. We don't know what the fuck's going on in Boston, but also thanks for putting up with my retardation. Let's watch this video.
The Denver Airport Conspiracy Part 4. Weird Thing in the Airport Number 5. The Dedication Stone. There's a dedication stone at the south entrance of the airport which many people take as further evidence that the Freemasons, along with the New World Order, are controlling the airport. It is supposedly a time capsule and clearly has the Freemason symbol. It also bears the name New World Airport Commission. It also has the date March 19th, 1994. If you add up those numbers, you get 33, which is supposed to be the highest level in Freemasonry. It's worth noting that the New World Airport Commission doesn't seem to actually exist. It's believed to be a nod to the New World Order, a small group of powerful people whose aim is to create an all-powerful, totalitarian world government. Given all of this information, here are some of the theories. 1. It's an underground bunker for the safety of the global elite. 2. They are underground command bunkers for the New World Order. 3. It's a FEMA concentration camp for future use so the New World Order can cleanse our society. 4. It's a hub for reptilians. That one's a little out there.
What do you mean it's a little out there?
I don't think it's enough out there.
Like, well, yeah, okay, you know what? Maybe it's the new world order is gonna fucking concentrate with people down there and fucking do all Jews and shit. That's believable. But then lizard people, nah, that's out there. Really, it's fucking the New World Airport Commission doesn't exist. It's creepy as shit. It's fucking Freemason bullshit. Can't open that shit for 100 years. And then she's gonna be like, lizard people are weird. Like, holy cow, at some point, you just got to go, well, literally anything is on the table except the earth being flat because gravity pulls into a ball. God damn it.
Gravity? Don't even get me started on gravity, Shawn.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Ow.
Yeah, so the New World Airport Commission is listed on the airport's dedication capstone, right? Laid March 19th, 1994. The stone credits the commission for its support in building the airport, alongside Masonic symbols and names of 2 Grand Masters of Colorado Freemasonry lodges. Officially, the airport describes it as a group of local civic and business leaders who helped fund and promote the airport's construction through events like galas and ribbon cuttings. So, by galas and ribbon cuttings, they probably mean getting around in robes, going while drinking blood out of skulls. Pictures of serpents on the walls. I know this shit. I looked into it. It's weird. Yeah.
It's
You know what?
so weird.
I gotta point out for a moment. Again, back in my security guard days when I was working for this big insurance company, I worked with a guy. His name is Walter Lang. I don't know where he is now. He's probably, I don't know, a bum or something. But he was probably one of the first conspiracy theorist guys that, I mean, he was a fucking retard. But I might owe him an apology about some things, right? Like, I mean, he was all about like the New World Order and all about how like the mark of the beast and all that. I'm like, bro, you're fucking dumb. But then, he and I thought that because he spilling my drink. Anyway, so that because he had asked me, he's like, hey, Shawn, listen, like planes are like really heavy. Birds are not heavy. So I understand how birds fly, but planes are like really heavy. How do they fly? Ooh, let me teach you some physics. So, and then he's like, boats are really heavy too. How do they? Okay, all right, one thing at a time. But so that's why I thought maybe he wasn't the brightest. Maybe he was just taking a piss. Maybe I don't know. But he would say things like the New World Order and things like that. And I always thought he was a little crazy, right? Always thought he was a fucking cuckoo bananas. And then one of the a couple of the other guys, I forget their I forget their names, but I remember one of the guys, his girlfriend, I think she was getting blown out by like the local university fucking football team. Pretty sure. Because she was like the team volunteer masseuse or something like that. Like, oh buddy, I got some shit to tell you, my friend. Anyways, hopefully I think they're gonna get married or something. I hope they're happy. Point is, back on track. These two other guys, not my friend Walter, joined the Freemasons. And they were very weird about it, very secretive about it. They wouldn't talk about anything, even though they were like level 1 Masons. They wouldn't even describe what the inside of the front door looked like. It was so weird. And I was like, why? What the fuck, man? It's like, what? You just like sit in a circle and you jerk people off or something? Like, the higher up you go, the older the guy you jerk off. Like what is it? Like, surely it can't be that bad. And then yeah, they were weird. They wouldn't say anything about it. And then so Walter would be like, "Oh yeah, because they worship the devil." I'm like, "Oh, fuck off. No, they don't." Subsequently, I think he might actually have been 100% right, because then he started bringing in literature and these books of these people who, like, left Freemasonry and all this stuff, and I started reading it, and I'm like, "Oh my, like, could this stuff even be right?"
We need to
And
find Walter.
I know.
We
I
need to
know.
find Walter.
And then, so, like, I read one thing, and then and this is how it fucking goes, because at this point I had already been in and out of police school. Like, I mean, most of us had already been in and out of police school, so we, like, knew how to, like, ask people questions, right? And then so I would just sort of, like, ask. They'd be like, "So, the robes you wear, like, how big are they?" Instead of, "Hey, do you wear robes?"
Hmm.
And then so, because so the assumption is already put in the question, and they they answered in the affirmative that they were big. So this book is right. And then like, yeah,
Yeah.
so like the serpent on the wall, is that just like, is that like, what kind of snake is that? Is that just like, a snake? And holy fuck, they like, it's almost like they went white. They're like almost like, how do you know? How do you know? How is it, like, it's in this book, man. Like, what the fuck? Reading, like, what, you got fucking evil serpents on your fucking wall? And then I mean, and so I keep asking these questions, and I mean, a few questions in, the jig is up, right? So they obviously know what I'm doing, because they're trained like I'm trained, right? And so um so then at the end of it, I'm like, okay, listen, all right, I'm gonna cut to the chase now. Do you drink out of a fucking skull? Like, are you drinking shit out of a skull? Is it wine? Is it blood? Tell me it's wine you're drinking out of the skull, because you're gonna do some, like, symbolism, and it's not actually blood you're drinking out of the skull. And they like, fucking, they clammed up. I was like, you're not gonna
It's
tell me.
totally blood.
You're not gonna tell me at all. Well, I wasn't interested at that moment specifically of what was in the skull. I was looking for the fact that they drink out of a fucking skull. And so I was like, "Oh," and then so, I forget, they mumbled something or whatever, and then I'm like, "Oh my god, you drink out of a skull!" Is Whose skull is it? They didn't know. I'm like, "What?
One of the
You are,"
elders.
I was like, "You are in some
You're the
kind of
vixen.
cult, bro." I was like, "Really?"
Mhm.
From, that was still back in my weird atheist days. So I was like, "Listen, so what you're saying is, you and a bunch of men who may or may not be anonymous put on robes, you go into a weird, dark, fucking starlit fucking chamber, lights are dim and shit, and the moon's pouring in, and you got serpents on the wall, and you go, you're fucking humming like homosexuals, and then they hand you a skull with what could very well be wine. Maybe it's a nice red wine, goes well with steak, or it could be somebody's fucking blood. And but it's a skull. Like, that skull had a brain in it. That words came out of that skull's face at one point in time, and you're drinking shit out of it, and you're gonna tell me that fucking it's not weird, and you're not in a weird cult thing. Anyways, that they pretty much they're like, "We're not talking to you about this ever again." I'm like, "Oh, I think we're gonna." And I couldn't get a whole lot out of them after that. So yeah. So just anything with a Freemason thing on it, I'm wigged out, totally wigged out. I mean, sure, maybe they could carve rocks real pretty fucking way back in the day, but there's some Satanism bullshit. But there's also like there's like this there's like this it was like a 5-hour fucking video, and I can't believe I watched a 5-hour YouTube video of, like, some like celebrity or something, that he was on, like, one of those singing shows. He was like a musician. He was like one of those things. Um and I don't know, he like gave up his career or whatever because it was getting like really fucking like hairy for him. I guess because the occult stuff was like really starting to circle around him, and he's like, nope, I'm giving it up or whatever. I think he said. Anyways, the point is he spends like 5 hours basically laying out the entire fucking thing, and I was so in like fucking fixated on this 5 hour video. I sat there for 5 hours. And I'm like, that is a great way to get fucking YouTube fucking watch hours. Holy cow. Anyways, so then I mean he started from like the very beginning of like Freemasonry and then like all of the weird signs that they do and the fucking, hidden hand and the eye thingy and the triangle thingies and all these little bullshit. And he just
Yep.
and for each one, he showed like 100 examples. That's why it's a 5 hour fucking video. It's like 100 examples, and it was almost like this guy was just like pounding it into your head. That so when you see it, you're like, oh yeah, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's a hidden hand. Like, it's just it's crazy. And then like he would like go through like the text of the Freemason stuff, and if he's like, and then he's like, oh yeah, and this thing I'm doing now, according to this rule, they can kill me because you're not allowed to divulge shit. And then I'm like, oh, it's probably why those two what the fuck were their names? One guy's name was Adam. What was his other name? The guy who was getting railed. Oh, I don't remember. Maybe he'll come
They
back to
all
me.
have babysitters.
But the point was, I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably why they didn't want to tell me because somebody was like, oh yeah, section whatever of our rule book is we'll kill you if you divulge any of that shit. And I'm like, oh, that's probably why they went white when I started like listing the shit that they're doing because they're like, we didn't tell you, we don't want to die, that kind of thing. And so for 5 hours, I'm watching this thing, and it was just crazy. And then ultimately, it gets to the point of like, who's the higher master, and it's basically once you start to get up to the higher levels, you start to realize that it's all sort of cloak and sort of dagger, we hidden stuff, and then it's like, oh, surprise, it's Satan. It's been Satan all along, and I'm like, oh, that's demonic shit.
Yeah.
Freemasons basically are worshiping a thing that has a veneer on it, and once you take it off, it's Satan. You're like, surprise, it's Satan in a mask. I was like, huh, I'm gonna watch out for those people with those rings and that kind of stuff.
And there are a lot of famous people like Shaq who have those rings.
Right, and then you wonder, it's like at what point, how much of your soul did you give? Did you give it all? Can you give segments of it? Like is there an agreement? Like why do you have that? It's not just a fraternity.
It's all or nothing. He wants it all.
Well, who says that?
You can't give portion.
Who says
The
the
devil.
soul's not like a cheesecake? And you can divvy it up.
I love cheesecake. Red velvet cheesecake is my favorite.
Oh.
Mm.
Anyways, maybe a soul is like a cheesecake or a pizza or something. Speaking of pizza, we had wings, some salad, a pizza yesterday. I focused mostly on the wings. I didn't eat much of the pizza. Today, my wife ate the fucking rest of the pizza. It wasn't a big one because it had all the other stuff. Didn't get to eat it. I am disappointed. I don't know why I needed to share that. It's ADHD. I've just had to do it. Right. So we're getting back to the dedication fucking stone. Freemasons. Right. As a group of local civic and business leaders who helped fund with galas and shit like that, right? That's how we got into that story, the long story of drinking blood from a skull, like fucking devil worshippers. The airport opened in 1995. Cost overruns, time overruns, blah 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 blah. The phrase "New World" immediately raises eyebrows because it echoes New World Order, the NWO. It does. New world anything. Anytime any leader says it, my ears immediately go, holy shit, that's a sign. That's bad news.
Yeah.
And it's is really fucked up that the New World Order is almost kind of like a meme, right? Like a conspiracy meme. But leaders still unironically use that in their speeches. That's fucked up. Like, why would you do that?
But it's weird because you never really heard it or paid attention to it until somebody told you about it. And then now that's all you can hear when they say it.
And they've been using it since what? Like the fucking 80s, at least the 80s.
Yeah.
And then when you see like the clips, of fucking politicians in their speeches, just unironically using it. You're like, huh, that's crazy. And I think was it 1994, there was a Quebec politician or whatever. He predicted a whole bunch of authoritarian New World Order bullshit. And then he just sort of out and said, like, hey, listen, I'm a politician. I have the inside track. This is what's going to happen, or at least this is the plan. And then he magically got yeeted. Everyone's like, oh, that's fucked. Yeah, it was.
Well, a lot has happened on March 19th. That was the puppy. But the March 19th on there, there are a few key things that actually happened on March 19th. Like George W. Bush ordered airstrikes on Baghdad on March 19th. Or Fred Phelps, the founder of the Westboro Baptist Church, died. 2019, Kazaa President Nursultan Nazarbayev resigned after 30 years.
These
In 2004.
None of this means anything.
Well, it's just kind of interesting. I mean, if you put one thing
that
together,
Marzipan retired or stepped down, no one gives a shit about.
No. The Taiwanese president was shot before the presidential election on March 19th.
That's just unfortunate. That's bad timing.
Yep. Bad timing.
Yeah. So, the problem is that there is no record of a formal organization called the New World Airport Commission existing outside this stone. There's no bylaws. There's no IRS filings. There's no historical roster. It's just a name etched in granite. Do you know any other names randomly etched in granite? Any granite pieces that have names that mean nothing to nobody? That don't trace back to anywhere? Any stones that might, I don't know, guide you somewhere? I can't tell if Gina's thinking or if she's frozen. Maybe
both.
these stones are.
But there are lots of stones.
Maybe these ones are in Georgia.
Trying to remember what's in Georgia.
Gay! That's the wrong one. Damn it! I need my thing. Wait. Wait. I'm so unsure of myself now.
Just hit a button.
Wait. This also applies for me in this moment.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Retarded.
I never know.
They're all gone, Shawn.
The guide stones? Yes, I know. I know the guide stones are gone. I know that. But if you think about fucking who got them? Who paid for them? Some fucking fake name. A fake name that belongs to no one or nowhere or nothing paid for them. And now we have a fucking creepy ass fucking airport that's creepy bullshit with a fucking name written in granite that means nothing to nobody nowhere. It's all fucking weird bullshit. Probably the fucking Georgia Guidestone people were the same ones that fucking did this airport. Just saying.
Never know.
You people did this to me. You made me crazy.
It's fun to be crazy.
Yeah, I guess. So this vagueness has led theorists to speculate that it's either a cover for something more sinister or it's a deliberate wink. Leah. To those in the know. The stones, Masonic symbols don't help. Of course they don't, because they drink blood from fucking skulls, those weirdos. Freemasonry, often linked to secret societies and pop culture, fuels claims that the New World Airport Commission was a front for the Illuminati, or maybe the Masons, or maybe the New World Order elites. The date, 3/19/1994, adds numerology into the mix, because people like to add things and whatnot. So 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 4 equals 33.
Yep.
I wouldn't be cool enough to add like that. I don't know who did it, but congratulations. You're probably autistic. The wig again is, well, I mean, that's something my kids would do. Just see a bunch of numbers and adding them together. Or you're Asian, you're autistic, or you're Asian if you're just adding things together. Anyways, 33 is the highest rank in the Scottish Rite Freemasonry. Is that a coincidence? Dun dun dun. Wait, do I still have that one? No,
That just reminds me of have you ever watched the movie The Croods?
Yes, cavemen ones.
One of his little, yeah, he's got, you know, his pet, and he named him Belt. And in one of the scenes, he like talks about like the end of the world, and he just goes dun dun dun. Alan,
I don't remember. I don't.
the hole drilled in the stones were in line with the Polaris star, which never moves. It's always there, even though we're hurling thousands of miles per hour through space.
Yeah,
the Croods. I love the Croods. Yeah, the North Star never moves because it's right above us. Everything spins around it.
Oh god.
The Croods are so good, so good, so good.
The North Star does move a little bit. It's vaguely in the same area. That's why you can always point to it. You can go, "Oh, there it is."
Oh, see, I'm getting hearts from Jay.
It's because you're a woman and you're breathing. Right. So, despite the airport's claim that the New World Airport Commission was just a booster club, no one's produced a definitive list of its members or detailed its activities beyond vague references to community support. Again, drinking blood from skulls in dimly lit rooms illuminated by the moon with serpents painted on the walls while wearing hoods and jerking each other off.
Illuminati.
Yeah, the $4.8 billion project with a $2 billion overrun was funded by public bonds, federal grants, and airline fees, and apparently not some mysterious commission. So why name drop a group that seems to dissolve into thin air when you dig a little deeper? Apparently they didn't pay for shit. So why is their name on a stone? That's so creepy.
More things that just make you go,
Yeah, like I don't know. I think it's probably a wink. Probably a wink to the lizard people.
Hey, Trapper. Probably. 5 stories. I mean, that's just deep. We don't know how far it goes.
What's that'll be like 6. Isn't a story like 12 feet? Is the story 12 feet? It's gonna be like 6
I'm not
feet.
sure.
I mean, it's deep. That's almost 2 Blucifers.
Yeah. That's a lot of Ginas.
Yes, but we only need the one.
Yeah. I don't think the world could handle 2 Ginas.
Nope.
I feel like I have a
All right.
sneeze coming.
Okay, good. All right, some more. Wait, more weird. Did we do
I
more?
think we have
more
2 more videos left.
Are you erasing them as this goes?
No, we have... Yeah.
Okay, some more weird shit. Hopefully the sound's not stupid. So the sound is exactly stupid. I'm sorry. Literally can't for another 30 seconds. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have a stroke with that music. An actual stroke.
Surprise.
Surprise. Sean's dying on stream. Okay. Okay. Back rooms. Back rooms. I guess we'll check this one out. Does it have stupid music too?
The Denver International Airport has to be one of the most mysterious and well-known locations that involves a ton of conspiracies, and it's almost like the creators are rubbing it in our faces. This guy went there a few days ago to catch a flight. He was looking for his flight terminal, but he ended up in an area that seemed more like the back rooms. There was nobody back there. Things seemed more like props. I tagged his account down below in case you want to watch his videos. After walking around for some time, he ends up finding another flight terminal, but it was more of like a dead end. Like there was nothing back there. Keep in mind that outside of this airport is this statue who is known as Blucifer. People think that he is a node to the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and he even has a pretty sacrificial sounding past. Blucifer was being built by this man named Luis. When Luis was putting Blucifer together, a section of Blucifer fell off and took Luis's life. Luis's family had to complete the task. Many people are also caught off guard by all of the symbolism that's around the airport. When you go to pick up your luggage, this is one of the gargoyle statues that is there to greet you. There's actually 2 of them. And this is what I mean by how they're throwing it on our faces, because it's right there for us to see. There's reptilian references. There's also a ton of murals. I mean, a ton of them. You could run a quick Google search and find so many, and they all seem very dark. They all seem very violent, and children are often referenced. I mean, the art kind of speaks for itself. There's mentionings of a ton of war and destruction. Even this painting, it went viral during the pandemic. The submission date says that it was in 1995. They ended up saying that was just an error, because how would they know about COVID? There's also a ton of UFO sightings in the area, and a lot of people feel that it is connected to the airport. There's also speculation about the tunnels that are underneath the airport. There are tunnels, and NORAD is in the area, but they're said to just be passing luggage through the tunnels and nothing more. And I mean, they know exactly what they're doing because of how they reference certain things. They're even using the tinfoil hat to kind of mock people. Why would any airport need to reference so many conspiracy theories or use a bunch of symbolism that way?
And I think the answer is this. It's probably not aliens, if we're honest, because that's probably silly. It's probably not lizard people, Jay. Come on. It's probably not portals or any of the nonsense that we've been talking about. There's probably an earthly, honest to goodness.
It couldn't be where they keep all the missing children in the United States either, right?
In my fucking head. Yes, that's what I was getting at. There's the honest to goodness earthly explanation, and all of the it's lizard people. Oh, we got secrets. Oh, cat with a tinfoil head. Look at our fucking gargoyles that make Tinder jokes and stuff like that. Oh, I've been sitting here for thousands of years. Blah. I'm just like a fucking Home Depot fucking Halloween ornament, right? All of these things. I mean, they're probably really playing into the cheekiness of it. So conspiracy-minded individuals like us, we'll talk about all of that. And maybe not actually go, hey, isn't it possible that maybe some of these runways that are like government runways and all the fucking side entrances and the side rooms and all this extra superfluous shit that nobody really knows what's going on. The fucking all the 5 floors of underground shit. Oh, maybe just maybe that's where they do a lot of the human fucking trafficking, all the victims. And because apparently I guess all the sex trafficking rings, whether it be Diddy, Epstein, Seville, all of those people, I guess they're somehow interconnected and probably government funded or run or something. Maybe they go through there. Maybe that's a sex trafficking hub. Maybe it's a certain maybe it's not a flat earth map. Maybe that's just sex trafficking. Where are we going to pick up children? I don't know. Look at the fucking map that we have on the floor. Maybe it's that. I don't know.
I'd
Who
be
knows?
curious to find the flights from Epstein Island to Denver Airport. That would be an interesting tie.
Mm-hmm. It would be. Probably they ended at Denver all the time.
Could you imagine? What if we're like onto something?
I don't know, maybe.
Could you imagine if like in 2 weeks, like
Okay, because
they
I have a story. I have a younger brother who's 6 years younger than I am. I don't talk to him because he's a dickhead. But point is, probably autistic if I think about it. But anyways, of a younger brother. And one time when I was I forget how old I was, but he was in his real tattletale phase, right? And my mother and her husband had gone out somewhere, and I was left to babysit. And I had used a curse word. I said fuck. Okay, I did it. I said the F word. And then he's like, I'm going to tell mom that you said the F word. I'm like, oh my. And I don't know how it came to my brain. It just did immediately. I'm like, oh my god, are you you're going to tell mom I said fuck? He's like, oh, you said it twice. You said the F word 2 times. I'm like, oh my god, did I say fuck now 3 times? And then he's like, I'm gonna tell her you said it 3 times. And then I said it again 197 times. I'm like, oh my god, are you gonna tell mom I said fuck 200 times? And he's like, you're in so much trouble. As soon as she gets in, I'm gonna tell her.
197.
Yeah, plus 3 equals 200. And then so as soon as my mother walks in the door, my brother Cody goes right to her. Mom. Shawn said the F word 200 times. And he's 100% telling the truth. He is straight up, hand on heart, telling the truth. But the truth is so fucking crazy. She was like, yeah, okay, goodbye. Like, fluffed him off. And there I was with a shit-eating grin because, I did it. I did the thing. And it was just out there. I believed him because the truth was so crazy. Yeah. So maybe all of the flat earth thing, the blue horse, all the shit is just kind of like superfluous nonsense that we talk about instead of the possibility that maybe they're just bringing children there, because doesn't it all go to the children? It always goes to children. So maybe it's the children.
Yeah. Always. That would make sense with the children's pictures all over the walls.
Yeah. Maybe.
Jay said if we go missing, they know why.
Well, I mean, it's not like they're gonna like bust in my door and then they're gonna go capture that retard. I'm just an idiot. You know. Yeah. So, anyways, that was my story. It's probably kids.
It's a great
Not
story.
lizard people, just kids.
That's what I was thinking. Like, yeah. Like, let's make it so blatantly obvious that people are going to be like, yeah, okay, lizard people, joke's on you. We don't really need to look into this further. Then all of a sudden, bam, 1,000 pizzas get delivered and there's a pizza party in the basement of the Denver airport.
That's right. Because those liberals like that Haitian pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's just my take. Maybe it's crazy. Maybe I'm just a loon. I don't know.
I think it's a great thing because that's where my mind went through all of this too.
Oh,
So it's crazy that at the end of the story, we both had the same idea.
Yeah, that's how we do here in Boston. Yeah. So,
I'm from
what's
Boston.
so gross? Boston, what a terrible town that is.
No, 100%. I agree with you fully.
They never
My
learned
city
to
is
talk.
in shambles.
They never learned to talk in Boston.
Besides that, never heard of an
Travis has never heard of
ex-Denver
an
airport worker.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Probably because they're fed to the horse. I don't know. Kept in the basement.
They're locked in the basement.
That's what they feed the children.
It's their skulls. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Mm. Boston. Now let's talk Canadian TV. Well, we have been going for 2.5 hours.
We don't have Canadian TV. What do you like? What do you want to talk about? Fucking Robin Hood? No, we're not going to do it.
Cass has got the raid all set up because she's my homegirl.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
I love that mods can do that because I'm retarded. I don't know how to do it.
It's like / raid and then their stream link.
Yeah. All right. So, what's next, Pussycat?
So what's next is we're gonna say our goodbyes. We're gonna say our goodbyes. Again, I'm going to keep again, lots of holes, lots of tunnels that I went into with this topic. So again, next Sunday will be an interesting one for sure because it just leads from one thing to the next, you know? And then Wednesday, you'll be able to catch me and Shawn again on our show where we talk about nothing.
It's such a bad show. It's just us
where we talk about
as if we've been married for
nothing
20 years.
else.
It's as if we've been married for 20 years and having a conversation. Nobody wants to watch that.
Everybody wants to watch that. They all said it.
No, none of them did. That's a lie. It's a lie.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And I'm gonna pick maybe some stories for Wednesday.
That's probably a good idea because
So Jack. So Jack Rackham 1269. I want to thank you for stumbling across my stream. And I hope you enjoyed it. And it seemed as though you and the chat got along very well. So I appreciate it again. So if you could like, subscribe, and share, that would be great. I also have a channel on YouTube. Same thing. You can find me at Mom's Mystery and Mayhem. And for the times that I am not live or drop random reels, you can find me on X at Shorty, SHRTY 7081. That's Shorty without the O because I never made 5 feet. So that's where you can find me. Shawn just dropped his channel link in the comments. I'll throw it there up on the screen.
Well, I mean,
Shawn, go ahead and
a nice fella. Okay. All right. I guess I gotta do my thing now. Yes. So
do your thing.
Hello, I'm Shawn of the channel Third Railify. I tend to cover third rail issues. That's the name, Third Railify. I mean, don't blame me. Naming things is hard, okay? And so this my channel here, almost at 400 people. That's who would have thought that would have happened. Definitely not me. I mean, I had 20 quid on it,
crap.
right? Anyway, so I do lots of streaming now because of this little blue logo here. That means I am obligated to stream all the fucking time, apparently. So I need to start streaming on my channels, which is my yesterday. Was Saturday. Saturday night is my big show that I do with my friend Christopher, and that's Saturday Night Off the Rails, and it's always a good time. But then Monday night, I do have a new show for the more nerdily inclined pop culture beatdown with my Hollywood insider friend Mike. We do that Mondays. Tuesdays is basically my free night to do whatever, and I'm gonna try to make sure that it's on my gaming channel. I'm maybe gonna spend Tuesday night doing gaming at Third Rail Gaming on Rumble. But I think specifically this Tuesday, Mike and I we're going to do an EFAP, and that sounds like masturbation. It really does, but it's not. EFAP means every frame of pause. So we're gonna have Rumble Premium content. So you need to be a Rumble Premium subscriber for that. So do get Rumble Premium. Use promo code creator or something, and then go to my channel so I get the credit for it. But we're gonna watch Daredevil, the Disney Plus new Daredevil Reborn. We're gonna watch that and react to it and all of that stuff. So that's gonna be Tuesday, and then Wednesday it's a show about nothing. I called it that because it's silly, and I don't say a boot, but Gina thinks I do. I don't, but I named it for her. So Wednesday it's me and Gina. And then Thursday, sometimes I go on Handy's show. I'm supposed to stream with Katie, but I don't know. Then Friday, I don't know, more gaming. And then back to Saturday. So I have so much shit to do. So hopefully, if you're not following me, you'll join me for all of that stuff. If you do follow me, I still hope you join me for all of that stuff. And I'm beginning to feel like I've been talking for a really long time. So I'm going to hand it back over to Gina. So do follow me at Third Railify on YouTube, at Third Railify on Rumble, and at Third Railify on Twitter. Whew, goodness. Back to you, Gina. Back to the studio.
The studio. We're having some issues trying to figure out how to put the raid in there.
What's the link?
We're struggling.
What's the link? Let me struggle with you.
Struggle with me and Cass.
Raid.
We're gonna go to Darth.
And then go like this. Confirm raid. Yes. So you're going to Darth Jason. Gina and I love you all. And I guess, confirming that. Yeah, it's going. So we love you all. Goodbye. And outro, miss.
You got it.
Stop the boat.
We're there.
Where?
Here. A small step for mankind, but a giant step for us.